Queenie Facebook Live. Hey, Queenie, how are you?
Hey, Doc, I'm terrific. How are you doing? Happy Monday.
Yay, your favorite day.
We got to do a guest live on Friday on your favorite day, so I think this is only fair.
I know. Well, yes. I
Every Monday at high noon, we get to be together, and I love, love, love that. And being able to have Cindy Walter on last week for guest live, are you kidding me? The feedback that we have gotten on that lady has been phenomenal. So thank you again for bringing her to our attention.
I was thrilled when I met her because she's the real deal. She understands networking. She understands what it takes to build a business. I mean, the whole nine yards. She's sweet. She is, a leader. She is a leader. She knows how to serve others. I mean, she's just a phenomenal lady. It was fun.
Absolutely. And please, for all of you out there watching us now live or on the replay, if you would like to be on Doc and Queenie Guest Live, all you have to do is let us know. The challenge turns out to be getting all three of our schedules coordinated because Doc's a little bit busy. I'm a little bit busy, and you're probably a little bit totally busy. So the three of us together, but we can get it done. Sometimes it takes a couple weeks out, but we can get the schedules coordinated with all three of us. So do reach out to Doc, reach out to me, do share your times that you're available, and we will get you on Doc and Queenie Guest Live, because then you've got the link to share with your network, and it really does basically turn out to be your own commercial, which is kind of fun.
Totally. And we love doing a lot of neat people. So yes, please do reach out. And actually we have one Friday. So I don't know if you remember that, Queenie. I think it's Friday. Or maybe.
Oh, no, you're correct. Yes, it actually is correct.
Okay. I'm like,
that's why I haven't gotten to Friday yet, because I'm still on Monday, but it's actually, for those of you that get to know a heads up as far as what time, it's actually 2:15 this coming Friday. So good for you. We're not going to tell you who yet, but yeah, it is actually this Friday. Thank you, Doc.
Yeah, your face scared me there, Queenie, because I thought, oh, did I mess up?
No, you never mess up, but I looked at the schedule and I went, what was I thinking? But that's okay. We're good. 2:15 on Friday, April 29th. And I don't even know what month it is. So the fact that you keep me in line really helps.
Yeah, I'm sure it works that way. Somewhere.
Oh my God.
What's new? What's new in the land of Queenie? Anything new and exciting?
Well, I'm telling you what, this is kind of like severely exciting. Several of our top leaders in the Kangen Water family have ranked up, as they call it, which means you get to that next level of 6A dash, 6A dash, 6A dash, all those things. That was very fun to see, because one of my absolute favorites in the world got to have his celebration on Friday. And that was a total blast to be able to see that remotely. And I really, really, really knew it. More and more people all the time are saying yes to Kangen Water, which means 20,000 machines a month are being sold. Every time I see that number, I'm just like, oh my gosh. And then of course, I have been to several of our offices throughout USA, this country, and I don't even know how the staff, the teams take care of that volume, plus all of our questions, plus all of our events, plus all of our workshops, and keep all of that coordinated, plus 20,000 units a month. So 20,000 new families every single month are saying yes to Enagic and Kangen Water. And that is so exciting for me. And you know what, Doc, I saw your post that you posted your picture of all of your gorgeous flowers that you've been planting with your Kangen Water gallon bag behind it. That was a very cool thing. A lot of people don't realize that watering your flowers with Kangen really does make a difference in their growth process.
It does. I water all of my flowers, and I usually do 9.5. I've played around with different, but I use all different levels. But yeah, I water my plants and they do fabulous. So
that is so cool. And you're the perfect one to show that, because your flowers are breathtaking. The color, I don't know what you call them. I think you say Gabera, but the Gerber daisies that I would say, they're salmony. What is that gorgeous color?
It's kind of, and the picture doesn't really, as usual, do it justice. It's like a cross between, it's almost like a mauve, salmony mauve kind of.
Wow. They were absolutely gorgeous. And when
those
I saw
are
that picture,
African daisies. So,
okay.
So, yes, those are a fairly new variety of daisy to this country in the past 10 years. So it's kind of cool. So But yeah, I getting the itch, we have a warm day, I'm actually at the place where the folks that had given us the acre to work on. So I'm probably getting about, I keep looking, it's only 50 degrees, Queenie. It's
Oh my
crazy.
gosh.
50.
I'm so serious. This is April, right?
I don't know. I think it's February. Maybe it's beginning of March.
Oh my gosh.
Sure.
Every time I look at this, I'm like, I usually have all my outside stuff handled and my patio put together. I can't go out there. It'll blow away.
No, now yesterday was not bad. I was out planting flowers and kind of cleaning up a little bit, but there was still a little bit of that chill in the air, just a little, and today I'm like, oh my gosh, I walked outside and I'm like, I need a jacket again. So I layer everything, of course. And I'm like, I'm not digging in the garden today. We're just gonna have a day off.
I thought you told me that you put away your winter coat.
I did. This is my medium weight coat. I have several. I'm a coataholic. Some people have shoes. I have coats.
Okay.
This is the 40s, 50s, 60s. But as soon as it drops before 40, then I get out my other heavy duty. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, I will.
And then after this,
yeah. The people that have been watching our Doc and Queenie Facebook Lives actually have been saying, Doc looks like she's so cold. And I said, I think Doc really has been so cold.
Yes, Doc is cold. Yes. Today I just was like, I just do it. I've been taking a little bit breaks, because it is hard work. We're getting close. We had our dirt delivered today, and that will be top dressed. We're right now forming rows and everything that was tilled, and I'll be putting something on YouTube here in the next day or two. We've had everything tilled, and that's on YouTube, but we form rows to plant in, and then we put this top dressing of it's the soil mix that's got compost and sand and all those things in it. Yeah, so we're getting close. We're getting real close. So I'm excited. Awesome.
So do you have to be a member of your church to work in your garden, or how does that happen? How does that work?
No, if people would like to reach out to me on Facebook, send me, I'm an internet connection is unstable. If you would like to, reach out to me instead, we can work out. But yeah, we're looking for help. I've got a couple of people coming today or tomorrow to dig the rows. And then over the next week or so, we'll be doing the planting. I've got to look at the temperatures and, we're doing this. So, because I've held back on buying a few plants. I'm buying some plants, I'm putting seeds in some other, so it's kind of a juggling act. So.
Well, I hate to say this out loud because I'm even watching the weather at this point, not for planting as much as just I've got several indoor projects that have to be done outside, and I can't do it yet because the temperature is so weird and the paint won't dry and doo-dah for some of the things I want to get accomplished. And I hate to say, but do you know what's happening like tomorrow night?
I heard there's frost, right?
Yeah. And so I wouldn't think that that's a great idea for these gorgeous things you've been planting. And honestly, what happens during that? I can't even imagine that still in April, we're worried about freeze warnings, but what do you actually do? You have to cover them with sheets or what?
Yeah, I will. I'm probably, these are all cold weather plants, what we have out there right now, but I'm trying to decide on, I might cover the broccoli and the cauliflower and all those guys. I've got radishes, I've got Swiss chard, I've got lettuce. Those are all cold weather. So yeah.
Wow, that just seems like overwhelming to me. But you've said this many times, you can't control the critters usually, and you can't control the weather. So you're kind of at the mercy of everything all wrapped up together. Is that still true?
Yeah, that's still pretty accurate, especially at this time of the year. I mean, I don't know if you remember, I did a video where I had planted my garden and we got snow and it wiped everything out, and there's several people, it wiped everything out. Yeah, so this year, the size of this garden has kept us behind, but that's good because hopefully. So yeah, we haven't, I'll be looking at planting tomato plants here in the next couple of weeks. Usually they'd be in by now, maybe another week or so, but I don't trust the weather. I don't trust the weather.
Are
So,
tomato plants fragile?
yeah, they don't do well in the cold. So, 55, 60 degrees on up, they're okay. But once you get below really 55, 50, they start having a little bit of trouble. So, because they are, of course, they weather plant.
That's why I was instantly thinking, because you talk about cold weather crops and warmer weather and things like that. And I know people have been starting to plant things, even flowers. And that's when I always think, and I hate to say this word, but I have actually seen snow on Mother's Day.
Yeah, I hope you're wrong.
Oh,
this year's been
so
great.
do
It's been
I.
cold and yeah.
So do
As
I.
we know, we've talked about how many weeks in a row, like, we're still waiting. Yeah.
Winter
So it's
coats on
definitely a
Easter, winter coats on Easter was bad enough, but then to think that there could actually, and I remember that completely, because planting flowers for me usually turned out to be Mother's Day weekend, which was kind of when you got the flowers from the kids and all that stuff. And that was back to that same drill, timing. Kansas City, are you kidding me? However, I have heard people from other countries, certainly, but even other parts of our country, USA, it's been a very weird winter spring transition time.
Totally has. Today it was gorgeous here. We've had 70s. I call it a bumpy weather, 70s one day, snow the next, So, yeah.
I am looking at the calendar, and in 3 months' time, almost 3 months and a week, we are going to hit Doc and Queenie Day again on August 1st. Can you believe it? I can't. And because I kept thinking, wow, I remember when we were planning this and doing this. And so literally August 1st this year is when Doc and Queenie was born 2 years ago. And I think about how fast the time has flown, but think about this too. Some of those days and weeks and months were dragging because everybody's like, okay, done being home, done being masked up, done being locked in, done with all this stuff. But then when we look back on it, you kind of go, did I dream that? And because it's almost like, even though we have the ramifications of some of it, the time really has flown actually for me.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Oh, same here. That's crazy. Almost 2 years. That's crazy. Well, and the reason we did this too was, we noticed that to lighten stuff, we wanted to share information, we wanted to connect with people, and we're still lightening things up. Of course, if I was at home, I would be throwing up my screen for the National Day of as we speak, trying to remember what it was.
Okay, that's
I
why.
don't remember them.
Okay, and I was going to ask you that. If you look that up, what is the National Day of? Okay.
And of course, I'm always centered on food. So let's just see what today is. Oh, it's Plumber Day.
It's what day? Plumber.
Hug a plumber.
Okay. Hug a plumber.
It's National Telephone Day.
Telephone. We have to have our phone. Okay, that's good.
What else? Oh, that's tomorrow. I'm sorry. National Pretzel Day is tomorrow.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, that's all they're telling me.
Well, you know what? Actually, Doc, you were the one that turned me on to gluten-free pretzel sticks. And I remember those vividly because I actually prefer those to the other kind.
Actually.
Yeah, I seriously do. Gluten-free pretzel sticks. When you had those, I figured how much difference could there be? And I was like, wowza. And they really seriously are phenomenal. And just for that little salt snack that you need sometimes. And it is fantastic. And I remember when you said, have you ever tried these? And of course, And so gluten-free pretzel sticks is now my go-to because I prefer them. And I really do. And I appreciate that very much because I never thought of it, I guess. And I don't have challenges that way, at least not immediate, like some people do, but I never thought of it. And so what does it taste like? Kind of like when people say, so this water that you talk about, what does it taste like? And I'm always like, water. And so it's just such a funny thing to me when everybody's wanting, what does it taste like? So when you did the gluten-free pretzels, my first brain went to, what do they taste like? And hello, pretzels. Yeah. And it's just a matter of what it doesn't do to your gut. And I was like, wow. So I am definitely a believer and transition over to gluten-free everything, because it's so much better for you. I get that, but the taste is not that different. It's not a yikes, I can't do this. It's wonderful. So I really
and remember
appreciate
what
that
I always eat
education.
with my pretzels, Queenie? Remember what I used to eat with my pretzels? It's not healthy. Well, it can be.
Okay, what?
Chocolate.
Oh,
Remember, I'd have chocolate in my pretzels.
oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Yeah, you are a funny girl, because you can always, there's never any fight between us. Let's just go there. If there's sweet and salt, there's never a problem, because you can have all the sweet you want, and I don't even want that stuff. Yeah.
You are a chocolate connoisseur because you like the really dark, rich.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do like the dark for sure, but I can only take so much of that too. So the salt would be my thing always, but the chocolate, the sweet stuff, take it or leave it, doesn't matter. But when you were mentioning that, I forgot that. Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. So what's new with the HNP? Are there anything new coming up with the Happy Neighborhood Project?
Actually, yes, we have combined a few groups for the sake of the attendees, because if you have small little sections like we were doing Kansas, then we were doing Missouri. Well, then we went, wait a second, what happens if we make MoCan? That has been a huge success, because we've now got a dynamic co-host from Missouri. I think he lives near the St. Louis area, and he's partnered with our Kansas team. So now we've got MoCan. We just merged New England. So now we've got Massachusetts and Connecticut, and possibly, I don't know if this is going to happen yet, but possibly we could add New Jersey to that as well. So, and then we combined some of our Florida teams, because we had like north, south, west, east, that whole drill. And now we're making all the groups bigger, which is better, I think, because now your co-hosts are not, shall we say, overworked. And so they don't have to worry about, now you can split up. I'll do this week, you do next week kind of thing. I think it's been a genius move personally. And we've combined a few of the California teams, Northern and Southern now, instead of all that you have to be from Los Angeles, or you have to be from San Diego, or you have to be from Sacramento. And it's not like that anymore. And plus, you don't have to be from anywhere, but most of the time you go to the group where you feel most comfortable. And Doc, drum roll, please. This is a little bit of a secret and a heads up, but little Miss Ella might be able to join you at our Pet Lovers HMP.
And when is that?
Right. And I think they're going to start that. I should know this, like I don't have a pet, so I didn't pay much attention, but I think it starts next Tuesday. Go to happyneighborhoodproject.com, and I believe it's called Pet Lovers Group. I can look that up actually, but I think it's on Tuesdays, and literally it's for people who love their fur babies. And I just thought that was the coolest thing ever. So I'm instantly going, you know what? I bet little Miss Bella is going to be all over that.
She doesn't have to be on camera, because she doesn't like to be on camera.
Oh, she doesn't like to be photographed?
She's a snob.
That is the funniest thing
I hold up my camera to take a picture. I swear she knows that's what I want to do, and she runs.
Oh my gosh. Now that is absolutely too much, because I can totally imagine her doing that. Seriously. Oh, rats, they didn't put it on there yet, but I think it's Tuesdays, and it's going to be Pet Lovers, and they've already got some of the captains lined up for who's going to, the co-hosts for who's going to be running it. Oh my gosh, I am super duper excited, because like I say, we've got so many friends in the Happy Neighborhood Project community that want their fur babies on there. You know, this is my cute little somebody, and they put them on the screen already when we're doing our groups, but now you'll be able to talk about products that are good for pets. Hello. I know you have a very specific diet that you do for your queen. And so it's back to that same drill. You don't know what you don't know, actually.
Right. Well, and it's great that they're, like you were talking about, combining the groups and all of that. That's great, because that's going to expand your exposure to more people and get to know more people instead of these smaller little groups.
Absolutely. And we've got a talent connection, which I know has been so successful, and people who have voiceover talent, people who are good at acting, people who have YouTube channels where they've performed their singing. We've got a lady who's a guitarist that attends often, and think of the reach you would not have had, possibly even for your YouTube channel, if you had not been part of the Happy Neighborhood Project yet. I actually got a gentleman today. He is a massage therapist in the Kansas City market, and he found me on the internet. I always love that. And do you ever do any networking? And I said, yes, a little bit. And and he said, are any of your groups open to the public and free? And I said, yes. And so anyway, he said, you've got to be kidding me. Everybody's always trying to recruit me and get me to this and get me to that. He said, it's really free. And I said, I promise it's free. I've been with the group almost a year and a half now. Can't believe it. And it's totally free. And I promote it constantly because of the free part. And he goes, I'd really like to attend. And I was like, massage therapist, Kansas City. Are you seriously kidding me? So I turned him on to the MoCan team, and hopefully he'll be able to join us, because I thought, you know what? This is like the coolest thing ever. What if from the Happy Neighborhood Project, several people who are in the local Kansas City metro area liked what he said and got to actually do a mini interview on the Happy Neighborhood Project, and they turn out to be a client. I love stuff like that.
Yeah.
I seriously do. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, cool. That's really neat.
I have a question for you, because I know it's garlic time, as far as you have been doing pictures, plants, things like that. And what's going on with your reels and all of your things on Instagram, because you are now teaching other people how to do this, because they're watching you, my friend.
It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of fun. Let's see, I'm looking at my little, yesterday I reached 27,000 accounts. In the last days, I've had a 314% increase.
Oh my gosh.
In viewership. And yesterday's, you were talking about the reels. Yesterday's reel was, I was trying to be funny. I never try to show my face. So I was showing my feet, and I was my garlic garden. And so I put that on there. And I've got, I don't know how many, they give you a chart, they give you a flow chart, really. I want to say 500 maybe.
Oh my gosh.
So, and that's, 15 seconds. It took me maybe a minute to make. So it's a lot of fun, but yeah,
I think that's cool.
It's one of the, yeah. So, and then you put music to it and all of that kind of stuff.
Do you have to have a specific app to do that, or a specific phone?
No, it works on everybody's phone, but you have to have the Instagram app, which, you can download if you got Google or whatever. And it's pretty simple. It's, you just push the little button that, looks like a little, I don't even know what that looks like. It looks like a little reel. And
Okay.
there's a camera icon, and off you go. It's pretty easy. And as you and I, we are professionals with YouTube. Just push the button and type in your question, and yeah, that's where you can learn a lot. I'm actually getting ready to try out. There was a lady on there the other day that talked about how many times to post to build your following. So I'm going to see if I can. I've been saving reels to see if I can actually do it. She posted 2 to 3 times a day.
Oh, wow.
And just kept the machine going. She had over 10,000 followers by the time she was done. So I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if I have time. That's the problem. I don't have time.
And see, I know with your schedule, Dr. Laura, honestly, that is the challenge with a lot of the social media pieces, is every time. I actually had a gentleman in a class teach that you should post on LinkedIn 5 times a day. And I was like, oh my gosh, dude, you're kind of killing me here. And I appreciate the information, and I definitely appreciate the efforts, the algorithm, the reach, the top of mind, all of the things that all of us are looking for as far as organic traffic. I get that. But holy serious moly, not only do I have a business to run, but I really couldn't even imagine 5 times a day on LinkedIn. So he teaches, you don't start running a marathon tomorrow, you build up to it. So today you run 10 minutes, tomorrow you run 20 minutes, then you run 30 minutes, and you build up to the marathon. You don't just do a marathon tomorrow. And he said, same thing with your LinkedIn posting. Don't think that you're going to just start doing 5 tomorrow and then you're going to burn out and quit. Start in once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week, see how you do. And then once you get it, maybe even to once a day, 5 days a week, then it's not quite so arduous when you think about trying to do 5 a day. But I would imagine it's the same with your Instagram. Holy moly, we do have businesses to run.
Yeah. Well, and you know, the whole social media piece, Instagram is not my only platform that I use. And I also try, I see people will post the same thing on different platforms. I try to make it a little bit unique. So I might pull something from yesterday and post it and switch it around on each platform. So it's different on each, and that takes a lot of time and a lot of work, you know, so yeah, we'll see. That's the goal. I don't know if it'll be anytime soon, but it's intriguing. I want to see if it works. This has been intriguing anyways. You know, it's been an experiment. Let's see, you know. So the biggest winner so far is my trip to Home Depot, and all I did was go up and down the lumber aisle. I got 7,500 people that yeah, viewed that. That's just crazy. I mean, liked it, I should say. But yeah.
I don't think I have to ask, what is your favorite platform for social media, but what is your favorite?
I think the Instagram, because of the creativity part of it. My background, other than the naturopathy and the gardening, is graphic design. So was my first degree. So I love playing around with that kind of stuff, for sure. That Facebook and LinkedIn, I'm kind of leaning more towards LinkedIn because you can actually see things happen on LinkedIn. I get a lot of traffic off of LinkedIn through, you know, and I don't have a huge bunch of contacts yet or connections yet, but even in just the 150 or so people I've got, I think it's actually higher, I haven't checked, but you know, I have 10 to 20 people that are viewing my website a day, which might not be a lot to some people, but I'm not putting a lot of effort into it right now because I'm working on other things. So yeah, it's LinkedIn. I like LinkedIn. Facebook is Facebook, and that's a different, you know, that's a totally different piece. You know, it's things like what you and I are doing. It's more checking out groups, you know, and I do populate from my Instagram to my Facebook page, my garden expert page. But that's, you know, once in a while I'll do a post on Facebook. I haven't been as religious as I was in the past. So how?
And one of the things that I was wondering with that, quite frankly, for you, as great as you are on YouTube and all of the videos that you do, I didn't know if YouTube was ranking up higher for you yet, but I have been blown away. And I also think, just like when you said how many people you've got on LinkedIn now, as far as connections, what happens on LinkedIn's algorithm is all of a sudden they see somebody growing. They start pushing you because it's like, yay. And so now when somebody does a search, they're going to go, hang on a second, here's this new person. Let's push her up to the top of mind thing. And it seems to seriously, you gain momentum, you gain traffic, you gain connections. And it really seriously is amazing. And having the audio message and video message on there, still people are fighting it. And I guess I get that because, hello, I don't like to be videoed either. But I have found that when you do something you don't want to do, and all of a sudden you see a benefit, then you're going, why did I fight that for so long? And as soon as you don't fight it anymore, all of a sudden the fruits of your labor, if you will, come forward. And it really does continue to work. I am so thrilled for you with all the reels that you've done, your YouTube channel getting more subscribers, your LinkedIn account exploding as far as new connections every week. I really mean it because I know that your main platform before, even before Doc and Queenie, was Facebook.
Yep. And congratulations, you, Queenie, because you hit, was it 500 YouTube videos?
Yeah.
Was it 500?
Yeah, I hit 500 videos. I am still getting slowly to bigger numbers on my subscribers. Thank you all who have subscribed already. And it's Kathy Weaver KC, which just stands for Kansas City. But I am blown away by that because I use YouTube for networking now. And literally the hashtags, literally the posting party, literally the different things I'm helping people with. And one of the courses I'm actually writing is your personality type as it relates to the social media platform that you pick. And I have seen how people pick their platform depending upon what personality type they are. And I look at that and I just laugh because you can just kind of tell who's going to be picking what, because my comfort zone is this. I don't know how to do that. But I have found if you are a professional business owner, you probably want to have a presence on LinkedIn. And it really serious. I've seen it happen. As soon as people just up their game just a scooch, even though your comfort zone is Facebook or your comfort zone is Instagram, as soon as you just up that a scooch, if you are a professional business owner, being on LinkedIn for people to check you out is a super big deal.
Yeah, totally. LinkedIn is fabulous.
I'm so excited about your
I guess-
website for the amounts of people that are hitting your site every week too.
Yeah, I'm getting some action, I'm busy as it is, but I'm glad people are visiting, and and it's a punt and pivot thing with my website because I'm going to be shifting into a new area here in the next couple of weeks. So I'm branching out. I teach adults with the gardening, and I'm working on a course myself, but I'm also going to be branching out and helping children and homeschoolers with garden education. So I'm super excited about that too.
That's beautiful. To teach the young people how to garden is so huge, and to let them see the fruits of their labor literally as they flourish. I think that's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm excited. Guess what, Queenie?
What, Doc?
We're already.
Oh, come on. Okay, let's just stay on for a couple hours and see who stays with us.
I gotta.
I had a feeling. Yes, I know. Yeah, and my next meeting is beeping at me, and I'm like, oh, come on, you guys. Yeah, it's so funny. But you're right, Doc. It's time to take us home.
All right. Well, thank you, Queenie, and thank you for everybody joining us today on Doc and Queenie Facebook Live at high noon. You can reach us. You can reach Queenie on YouTube. Let's see, Facebook, Twitter. Did I miss anybody? I'm always feeling like I missed it. And it's Kathy Weaver KC, or you can go to her website at kathyweaverkc.com. You can reach out to me, YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram. Well, and I forgot Instagram for Queenie, but also both of us, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook. I'm Kitchen Garden Expert, or you can check out my website at gardenexpert.com. So we have a Bible trivia happening tonight at 7 p.m. if you'd like to join us. If not, we will see you right back here next Monday at high noon. Thank you, everyone, for everything out, and we will catch you later. Thank you, Queenie.
Thank you, Doc. Bye for now, everybody.
Bye.